Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric and Chad here with Iraq Veteran 8888. Today, we're talking about all kinds of clips. These are clips. This is a magazine, though.
That is a magazine.
30 rounds of 50 BMG in a magazine. That's a story for another day, boys and girls. But today, we're talking about clips. What is a clip? What is a magazine? What are the differences? But today, we're going to be talking about clips from around the world. And this is a pretty encompassing episode, guys. Crack up a beverage. Join us, and we're going to dive into this enigma of the ages. All right?
Well, the big difference between a clip and a magazine, okay, a magazine is self-contained, all right? You insert it and remove it from a firearm, okay? It holds ammunition. A clip is a device by way ammunition is loaded into a firearm.
Or a magazine.
Or a magazine.
Or, in the case of a belt, you just skip the magazine altogether, and it loads it from a clip directly into the firearm.
And technically, I guess a link could be a clip by itself, and then you just kind of add clips together to make a long belt.
All right, so we're going to get into this. So there are a lot of different gun designs from all around the world that we're going to be discussing today. So this is a great chance to learn about not only military surplus, but also, there are some differences in the way that these clips operate, okay? I guess the best way to look at it is ammunition is either loaded into a magazine, which is then loaded into a firearm, or it's loaded onto a clip, which is then designed to be loaded into a magazine or directly into the firearm, okay? Some guns, which we consider Mannlichers, have the clip and the ammunition as an integral part of how the system feeds. So in a Mannlicher design, the clip, the metal clip, like a Carcano or like on a Steyr M95, actually stays in the gun until the last round is fired, and then when you put the fresh clip in there, it'll push the old clip out. All right, so there's designs like a Mannlicher system where the clip stays inside the gun. There's designs such as the famous Mauser pattern of rifles, which we have several here to show. Here we have a clip of 6.5 by 55 Swedish. On a Mauser system, there's a stripper clip notch on just about every action, and the stripper clip is pushed into the gun. You push the ammo down into the magazine, and then when you close the bolt, the stripper clip falls away from the action. All right, that's more of a Mauser pattern. All right, so those are a few different things. And then there's clips that load ammo into magazines that are removable from the firearm. So like on a Mauser system or something like the FN49, a lot of these guns we're showing you, the Mauser broom handle. Okay, here we have a bandolier. All right, that's another term you need to know. Bandolier usually refers to a system that holds clips and or magazines. This is a Chinese Mauser broom handle bandolier, okay? And this is designed to hold clips of ammunition which load into the Mauser broom handle pistol, which is a fixed magazine. It's not removable. So to make matters even more confusing, you get into guns like the Mauser broom handle or the Steyr hammer, which use an internal magazine in the pistol that's not removable.
One of the cool things about a lot of these clips is that they are capable of being used in bolt action and semi-automatic firearms. Like Eric mentioned the Mauser stripper clips earlier. 8mm Mauser stripper clip can be used in any 8mm Mauser, but it also runs very well in like the Egyptian Hakim that we've done videos on in the past. The 6.5 stripper clips work great in Swedish M96s. But guess what? They also work great in the Jungmans, the AG42s.
Right.
So you can load pretty much any internalized magazine with these clips just fine. And if the mag holds 10, 15, or 20 rounds, then you got 5-round clips. You just load 5, load the next 5, load the next 5, and then top it off with the last clip, and you've got a fully loaded magazine.
We're going to demonstrate that in a moment. So this is a stripper clip for a Mosin Nagant series of rifles. All right, these require a specific loading sequence. Okay, you got to make sure the rims aren't stacked, and the best way to load is to take that top round. It kind of puts pressure on the ones down below, and you pull up on that top round and push down, and it puts leverage on there, and it loads real smooth. So that's for the 54 round.
Yep.
Then you got a similar setup for the infield. Now, like Chad said, the infield holds 10 shots. So it means that you would load 2 of these into the magazine to make a total of 10 shots.
Now, the big thing with these clips is that the cartridges themselves, the brass case is rimmed. So it has a physical large rim that sticks out. And if you don't load these properly, you will get rim lock, and then you'll jam up the firearm.
All right. So there's a situation, and like this is a clip for a Breda gun.
That's a tray.
That's a tray, but it's technically a clip. And the rounds are clipped in there, okay? And I believe the Breda, if I'm not mistaken, pulls the cartridge out and pushes it in, because there's no way that round is going to push forward. Now, one of the things, I went on Liberty Tree Collectors, and I went kind of crazy, and I bought a whole bunch of...
dangerous thing.
It's a dangerous place to visit, but I went on Liberty Tree, and I got some of the things missing from my collection that we could show off in this video, because we wanted to do an episode about clips, and to show that there are so many different ones from all around the world, okay? The K31 charger, for instance, is a very unique clip. It uses a composite waxed cardboard, okay? And that loads in the top of a K31 or an 1889 or anything like that. But also, this clip, a kind of a little hack, you can actually load 30-40 Krag into your Krag Jorgensen rifle with these as well. And these are some of the smoothest stripper clips you'll ever use in any milsurp for the K31.
They are, I'd probably say that loading a K31 with that stripper clip is probably the easiest clip to load.
They are absolutely smooth. And now, also, in the K31's case, a really interesting fact is it is one of the few military rifles, other than maybe the Enfield, where the magazine is designed to be removed. No problem. It's readily removable. The magazine on an Enfield, each magazine is fitted to each gun. They're not really designed to be compatible, but you can take any K31 mag and put it in any K31 and it'll work. The magazines are removable and can be topped off with stripper clips. It makes cleaning a snap. And man, they are smooth as butter. They are just some of the best made magazines.
Another testament to Swiss rifle technology.
All right, so we've talked about Mannlichers. We've talked about, lots of different things. We talked a little bit about belt fed. Now let's start. Okay, we can mention the Garand. Now the Garand is kind of a mix between a Mannlicher.
It is. So this is probably the most famously known clip. All right, this is an in-block clip. It holds 8 rounds of 30-06 designed for the M1 Garand. And the most famous feature and the most well-known feature of the M1 Garand is you push the clip into the firearm, it'll load automatically, and then when you are finished firing those 8 shots, the clip will pop out and make a very distinct pinging sound. A ping! Just like that. So it's very well known. The M1 Garand is known all around the world, but that's a very, very telltale sign of an M1 Garand. But in-block clip goes in the firearm, stays in the firearm, but then is ejected out automatically.
Right. So it is an auto-ejecting Mannlicher, but that is a semi-auto, and to my knowledge is really the most distinctive gun of its type.
It's pretty unique.
It's a unique design. And it's pretty important, guys. It's literally the rifle that helped us win World War II. It's a pretty big deal.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, talking about auto loaders, this is an SKS stripper clip. All right. Now, this can also be used to load 7.62 x 39 AK-47 mags with a very similar loader, what we're about to show you in the 5.45. So that's another clip-fed semi-automatic that uses a clip to load a fixed magazine. The magazine on SKS traditionally is not removable. Once you drop the bottom, it pulls all the tension out and the rounds just fall out of the bottom. So it is a gun that is designed to have the magazine fixed in place, and you shoot 10 shots, and it's not really intended to top the gun off. No. You shoot it till it's empty, and then you load another 10-shot clip into the gun.
I mean, technically, if you had to, you could finagle it and make it work possibly, but I mean, you'd have to have 3 hands.
Not really. I mean, you could sit down, pull the bolt to the rear, hold it to the rear, and then you could top off the magazine. And then once it's full,
but not using the clip though.
Not using the clip. You'd have to use loose ammunition.
Yeah.
And the same could probably be said for a Garand, but really the Garand is not a friendly gun to top off. It's not meant to be topped off. It's meant to be shot until it's empty and everything like that. So now let's talk about clips that load into magazines. All right. There was something really cool on Liberty Tree that I thought was the neatest thing. I saw that there was a stripper clip set for 5.45 for the AK-74, and I thought, man, how cool was that? Because there's no rifle that uses this clip to just load a fixed magazine like you would with an SKS. So I'm like, wow, this system is literally created specifically for having stripper clips loaded with 5.45 and then loading those clips into a magazine. So Chad has never used this system. No. We're going to demonstrate it for the first time.
So when Eric got this package in, we were checking it out, and these clips are extremely robust, and the design of them, they're meant to be used over and over again. We do have some M16 stripper clips here as well we're going to demonstrate, but these clips have little tabs on them that wear out over time, and basically just, it just won't work. So the way that the the way that the guide, this is a strip clip guide, is what these little guys are called. So you insert this onto the magazine, and it'll hang out right there. On the clip itself, there's a little tab, and it just has a little retention notch on it, and it holds the ammunition on the clip. But when you push it into the strip clip guide, it'll pull that little tab out, and then you can therefore push the ammunition down in the magazine. Let's see if we can get this to work. Oh,
wow,
yeah.
very cool.
All right, that was 15 rounds. Let's see if we can do the other 15. So notice it was a little bit easier pulling up on this top round here.
Yep. Look at that.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
That is handy.
That is cool. All right.
And that's a full mag.
That's a full mag.
Wow.
All right.
We've never used that before. We thought we'd demonstrate that in real time here.
All right. So,
and those clips are very robust.
Man.
And yes, we're using the word clip.
Clip.
Clips load a magazine. Magazines load a chamber, whatever, load of action.
Same idea with M16 mag. All right. So you have a clip here, and a lot of times surplus ammunition and such will come in like 30-round boxes. It'll be on 3 10-round strip clips.
That mag's got some stories behind it.
Yeah, so much the same idea. All right. I've always had a little bit more trouble.
Not as smooth as the 74.
No. Once you get it going, it'll work pretty good. But then this is another thing, too. It doesn't really lock in place really well on the mag.
Huh.
And these are metal clips. Once you get it going, it'll go, but definitely not as smooth as a 74.
But functional.
But functional.
Maybe. It beats wearing your thumbs out.
It does, but relatively quick and easy.
Yeah. All right, so there's a loaded 30-round mag.
Yep. Now, just one thing to mention, there are various clips for like the M16. This is a plastic clip from the brand of ammunition, I'm not sure, but they have a specific guide for these plastic clips as well. So,
all right, so now we're going to move on to a couple of different things. All right, this is actually a feed tower for an FAL, but we found it also because on a SCAR mag, it's the same on top, right? So you can actually take 5-round stripper clips and load them into your SCAR mag.
So cool.
All right, check this out. Pass the ammunition, Jeeves. Ooh, that's smooth
that
as
is
butter.
real smooth.
That's like Grandma's buttered biscuits right there. Man. I feel like Run Through the Jungle is about to start playing here in a minute. All right, here we go. Look.
Oh, yeah.
That's smooth. Look at that.
Cool.
And you got a topped off SCAR mag or FAL. So that's an FAL notch or guide. Okay.
Very cool.
This is neat. All right, this is something else that they had that I thought, it's sort of in the vein of a clip, although it's not. Now this is an old, from 1969, Set Me magazine loader. All right, we've already took the liberty of filling it up with loose ball ammo. Now this is an alloy G3 magazine. Okay. So it's actually made to work with the Set Me metal magazines. These mags aren't super compatible, but they will work. All right, so we've got an alloy G3 magazine.
I think the main difference is the over insertion tabs on these alloy mags. The steel mags don't really have that.
And also the steel mags don't have this little swell right here, and it does bump against this. But we can demonstrate it. We'll close. The cool thing about this mag loader is you put the magazine in, and it interacts with the mag lock, mag catch in here. So you put the mag in, and as if that's not cool enough, I mean, it's not going anywhere. You can also close this thing, and it locks shut, and then all you do is just simply push in, and it loads the mag. Why don't you demonstrate that? Okay. We open this, and you have a loaded G3 magazine. How cool is that?
That is so neat.
It is a speed loader for a G3, and they had that at Liberty Tree. I just thought that was neat, so I wanted to demonstrate that in the video. All right, so there's that,
cool tool.
And we didn't show off the 8mm label.
Very
all right, so this is another example of a Mannlicher mag clip. You can get these in a 3-shot and a 5-shot. So there's a lot of random clips from all around the world. I mean, you have speed loaders for revolvers, okay? That could be considered a clip.
I still think a moon clip is more of a clip. Speed loader is a speed loader, but technically I guess it is a clip.
Right. Well, the thing about a speed loader is that it is a true clip because the ammunition is loaded into the magazine. A moon clip retains the brass. None of these retain the brass. These are designed to put ammunition into a magazine.
Okay,
so this is a true clip because of that.
Cool.
This gives you a pretty good representative example. Show them that crate for the Brita. So I thought this was neat. Now, I don't own one of these machine guns or anything, but I just thought it was so cool. They had these transit crates for the Brita gun with the leather handles and, the little trays in there.
This is probably asbestos, so hold your breath.
Yeah. But that's an example of a case of clips. All right, so we got a case of clips.
I mean, you have a Breda gun out there and the gunner and stuff, and then you'd have the crew maintaining it and all.
Just handing clips.
You would go out there, I guess, with a case or two of these and just start hooking clips together.
Well, just feed them in.
Yep.
20 rounds at a time.
Oh, these aren't like the Hotchkiss. They don't interconnect to each other?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Neat.
No, I think you just feed each one in. That's kind of cool, So we thought that we'd make this video. I think that pretty well covers it. I mean, we have a lot of different Mauser clips. It's a lot to keep up with. If you're a milsurp guy and you're into old school military surplus, be prepared. If you want to feed these things with the proper clips, you better get ready to do some collecting, because there's a lot of random stuff out there to look into.
What's surprising too to me is just how much some of these clips have gone up in value over the years. They've kind of gone in tandem with the value of the firearms themselves. What people are willing to pay for them. I mean, it's just crazy, but there's so many little accessories that really make shooting milsurps much more enjoyable, and stripper clips are one of those things.
Not to mention fun.
Oh yeah, it kind of adds to the experience of shooting an old gun like that.
All right, here's a strip of Hertenberger. Okay, now this is a really interesting stripper clip because it's actually connected into a matrix of
36 rounds.
Is it 36?
Yeah, 6 rounds per.
Oh, 6 rounds per. So then that's a 30. Okay, gotcha. So 36 rounds. And the way that this is designed to work is with the Swedish magazines, and there's a mag loader, and I guess you just put it in there and it's made to, I guess, go over in like a matrix. But this is cool, and it makes everything simple, because a gunner can simply be issued whatever amount of magazines, okay? And then if you'll say you have 10 mags, and the idea is you're going to go out and train and shoot, you load your mags twice, then you get 20 of these, all right? And each one is a predetermined number of cartridges. So you see that a lot in the milsurp world, where you'll see some random number of cartridges. I mean, like this Steyr-Hahn clip. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, it only holds 8. So why would a Mauser broom handle clip be more than 10 when the magazine only holds 10 shots? So there's obviously a specific number of rounds, and there's a lot of methodology that's sort of covered there. That's why you see a box of gas seal Nagant ammunition. It has how many shots in a box? 14. Why? Because the cylinder holds 7 shots. So you have one for your cartridge belt for your reload, and then one to put into the pistol. That's why a PPSH ammunition container has 72 rounds in it, because a PPSH drum holds 72 rounds. All right. So
pretty commonplace.
Yeah, pretty commonplace to have an exact number for an exact purpose. Okay, so that's not uncommon. Guys,
cool.
Anything else you want to put out in this video?
I think we're pretty much covered. I mean, this isn't all the clips, obviously, that are out there for various military surplus rifles, but it's a good representative example of just about everything that's out there.
Right, and there are some clips that weren't included in this video. There's an M1 carbine clip that is very similar to this, that works in the M1 carbines for 30 cal.
M14, stuff
M14,
like that, yeah.
There's many other, mag designs that we may not have represented here. But just know that from a milsurp perspective, if it's got a magazine, if it's got an internal magazine, whatever the case may be, there is some way to speed load it. I'm sure there's even things that we didn't cover, such as belt loaders. Okay, there's belt loaders that you can take just bulk ammunition and put them in, lay them in a tray, set your links in there, and crank and load your belts. Okay, so there's belt loaders, and there's even magazine pumps. Like literally, you can stick a magazine in some tools and drop loose ammo in there, and like crank or pump it, and it'll load the magazine. So. That's almost another episode all in itself. I would have to go through and find several representative examples of belt and mag loaders. Yeah. So maybe we'll do a future episode on that, and we can go further down the rabbit hole of things such as the Set Me tool and things like that. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. This was so fun to make, and guys, it took a lot of prep work to put this video together, so we really hope you enjoyed it. If you see value in what we do, you love what we do, and you'd love to support us, One of the most direct ways you can do so is by donating on Patreon. Go over there and make a Patreon account. Donate to us monthly if you'd like. Or you can purchase a man can, a t-shirt over on Ballistic Ink. All those funds go right back to supporting the channel and supporting our efforts and putting things together like this. So thank you so much for believing in what we do, and thank you for watching. And let us know, is there a clip we missed?
Probably.
All right, it probably is. There's going to be somebody out there who's like, whoa, you didn't show off the blah, blah, blah. That's okay. Guys, thanks so much. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys.